There have been many retrospectives about Black Ops 3 Zombies. However, I'm going to tell you my Black Ops 3 experience. The year is 2015, and coming off the controversy that is Advanced Warfare Zombies, I enjoyed it, except for, of course, yeah, we don't talk about that. I was excited to see what Treyarch had to offer for this year's Zombies experience, so watching all the trailers and being so excited to get my hands on the game, I got my grandmother to pre-order it for me as an early Christmas present. However, I was still stuck on last gen. And as you all know, that port has some interesting graphics choices. Like this. Like, what even is that? What the hell? So, either way, for the next 5 months, I was stuck playing last gen. Least to say, I had a freaking blast. At the time of Black Ops 2, I have watched a few Zombies creators, such as Mr. Darlick JD and NGT Zombies. However, at this time, I found new and exciting creators that I love so much. Creators like Mr. Waffle Waffles, Mr. T Lexify, The Smith Plays, and Noah J456, just to name a few. And watching those people made me pretty good at Shadows of Evil. Though, watching them got me jealous because I wasn't able to play Giant or the new Horizon Drag map, because I was still stuck on last gen. So on my 18th birthday in 2016, I finally got my hands on an Xbox One, and let's just say that changed everything. I remember staying up for hours into the night on the looking for groups just to help me complete the Easter eggs for both Shadows of Evil and Horizon Drag. Now, let's hop into each of the maps and let me tell you my experiences with this fantastic game.
It's a mad game. Makes you stop and start.
The first thing that comes to people's mind with this amazing map is the iconic opening scene. So set in the fictional town of Mork City, we meet 4 unlikely heroes, voiced by amazing talents such as Heather Graham, Neil McDonough, Ron Perlman, and the great and amazing fantastical voice of Jeff Goldblum, as they fight their way through endless waves of zombies to uncover why they were cursed to live in this reality that the Shadow Man created. This map takes heavy inspiration from H.P. Lovecraft with jazzy undertones, which even carries over via the round change music, and it just works so well for the time period. Everything about this map just works so well together, and coupled with the beast mode, reminiscent of the afterlife from Mob of the Dead. With the new myriad of enemy types that we have now, instead of our regular zombie, we now have the Margwa, a tentacle creature with 3 heads, flying bugs, roaming meatballs, and these scary, cloaked figures known as the Keepers. So with the map, you have your basic perks. But they added a new perk, Widow's Wine, which gives you Simtexes that detonate when the zombies hit you, causing them to be entangled with webs and slow down for a short period. And the new Gobblegum system, which I will not get into at this point. And also an interesting play on the Pack-a-Punch mechanic with alternate ammo types, or AATs, which basically boosts your guns to almost wonder weapon statuses. With new ammo types such as Dead Wire, Fireworks, Blast Furnace, Turned, and Thunderwall, it just makes the game so much easier now to play. Now, let's stop and talk about the map itself. I love the general atmosphere this map gives off. It feels like you're living in the reality with these characters. And I also love the Beast mode, which gives you so many movement options. Only usable once per round, but it gives you a myriad of possibilities for traversal and activating power. There is one thing that I do not enjoy though, and that is the Pack-a-Punch system, which you have to visit for different areas of the map, which combine at a central hub and completing 4 rituals. I do find it tedious, but it does help the map flow nicely. But taken from the negatives, the greatness of the map more than makes up for the cons. Shadows of Evil has become one of, if not one of my favorite maps on Black Ops 3.
Dr. Maxis.
Alongside Shadows of Evil, there was also The Giant, a remaster of the fan favorite Der Riese, brought to a new light with the amazing graphics engine of Black Ops 3. Now, this is just your standard zombies experience with your common perks, a simple pack-a-punch process, and the gobblegums. This was one of my favorite maps just to chill on if I didn't have much time to play after work or school. Just sitting on the catwalk, leveling up guns, and gaining so much XP. This map brings back the fan favorite premise crew, Richtofen, Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai, showing us what to expect from this year's DLC cycle. This was the overall casual experience that the community at the time was looking for, and not the complication of Shadows of Evil. I mean, to this day, this map has been the best version of the reset we have ever gotten, and I still play this map to this day, just playing by myself or enjoying it with friends. There isn't much else I can really say about this map. It's fantastic, it's great, it's simple. And that's what we needed from a $5 DLC. However, let's now hop in to the actual DLC.
Der Eisendrache.
The first of the 5 DLCs that came out during Black Ops 3 life cycle brings us to the Austrian Alps within a castle known as Eagle's Nest, where Group 935 has set up a base of operations. The Eisendrache brings elements from the previous map Origins, which you could say is the better looking sister. The Derwindefizz makes a return, as well as the Panzer Soldat, with a new look and slight weapon variations. He now has a shock charge that stuns you and is a pain in the ass. A dragon can be found in 3 separate locations, which breathes fire and devours zombies one at a time, similar to Cerberus in Mob of the Dead. Feeding all the dragons will grant you the main wonder weapon of the map, the Wrath of the Ancients, which then can be upgraded into 4 overpowered elemental weapons: Void, Fire, Wolf, and Lightning. This map also introduces the first boss fight, and it is definitely a challenge to say the least, but its overall Easter egg is simple and straightforward, working our way to return Ultimate Dempsey to us so we can put his soul in the summoning key to complete the plan that Richtofen has. This map to me holds a special place in my heart because it is where I met one of my longtime friends from a looking for group post to complete the Easter egg, which just erupted into a lasting friendship. I can always look forward to playing this map every time.
No idea of what they would unleash.
Now I'm gonna voice my opinion on Zetsubo no Shima. With it not being received well by the community, it is actually my favorite map on Black Ops 3. I know this map like the back of my hand. So many hours have been poured into this experience, due to the simple yet convoluted Easter eggs, visually stunning, and it's just a great map. It's set in the remote island in the Pacific coast of Japan, home to Division 9, a Japan equivalent to Group 935. Division 9 has torn through the wildlife and experience on it all using Element 115, turning this place into almost an alien world, complete with new types of enemies such as the Thrasher, which is a zombie mutated by toxic spores, and the spiders, which are basically the hellhounds of this map. There's also the mother of all spiders, the big boss spider, which I like to call her Mommy Longlegs, which after defeating her grants you access to Widow's Wine, which you can come back anytime and receive for free. This map took risks, and it paid off, making it by far my favorite and most replayed map of all time. Just casually completing the Easter egg with my friend and trying to break our record. Just so many memories come from my time on this map, and I know I can always come back and enjoy myself constantly.
It has been known by many names, but I know it as Stalingrad, City of Blood.
It's go-rod time.
This has been planted in my head and marked some of my favorite times on Black Ops 3 Zombies. At the time of this map's release, the Zombies community was at an all-time high, with the Z House being created by a bunch of Zombies YouTubers and just creating havoc and fun in the Zombies community. This was an all-time high. So set in the war-torn city of 1940 Stalingrad during the Battle of Stalingrad, this map introduces freaking dragons and mechs, and it also brings back the simplicity of old-school Zombies maps, with some twists. just having the single power switch, unlike the complication that was Zetsubo no Shima's power. The Pack-a-Punch is relatively simple, just having you call in 3 pods in which you have to defend from zombies and get apart. Once completed, you can get a cinematic shot of riding a dragon to the Pack-a-Punch area. The Easter egg is just fantastic, having you do different challenges, one of which can be game ending, the dreaded bomb step. I remember being so scared to do this step, but over time it got easier once I knew what I was doing. But it all ends with you and old Nikolai having the spectacle of a battle versus a frickin' dragon. Then after the dragon is defeated, you battle Nikolai. This map's theme was overall stunning and just badass, reminiscing on old maps, and brings you into the thick of gameplay much sooner.
Not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
The Day of Reckoning. What was meant to be the greatest map of all time came to us with reused content and unoriginality, with just a bunch of reused things from previous maps, such as the wonder weapons being the Thunder Gun and the Apothecon Servant, which I guess now can be upgraded, and a bunch of areas taken from Kino, Verrucht, Der Eisendracht, Origins, Mob of the Dead, and Noctua Untoten, just to name a few. It just felt like this was a clusterfire of old ideas that I felt like should have worked better together, but again, just felt unoriginal. And the boss fight I thought was going to be a grand spectacle, but it just turned out to be a disappointed, which it just made the map too easy. At the time, I really enjoyed it, I'm not going to lie. Playing through the simple yet fun Easter egg and carrying people through the Easter egg, and just having a great time playing the map. However, now I see as it what could have been, being the grand conclusion of the zombie season that we had, but Treyarch was just cut by time and resources, which disappointed longtime Zombies fans, but a fun experience to the casual players. For me, I will still enjoy the memories that I had on this map, but I will just wish for more.
Evidently, your actions have unleashed unnatural forces.
There are always consequences.
All the Call of Duty games to this point never had a DLC 5. It was always the 4 DLC season. However, Treyarch surprised us all with the release of Zombies Chronicles. 8 remastered maps, those being Noctua Untoten, Verrucht, Shinonuma, Kino, Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins. Being a swing out of left field, bringing us all these classic maps to the Black Ops 3 platform and system, updating them all visually and graphically, just making them work so much better on the Black Ops 3 platform, making BO3 Zombies the most expansive Zombies experience to date. No other Zombies game has this much content. A total of 14 wonderful maps means endless fun for me. Now that I have my own PC, I was now able to enhance my Zombies experience on Black Ops 3 to a whole new level thanks to modded zombies, community-made maps, modes, and mods to make Black Ops 3 endlessly replayable. With so many maps and the creativity of the maps, just to name a few of them, Call of the Dead, Der Hafen, Area 51, Europa, Rainy Death, Nightmare, and Leviathan, they all have Treyarch level polish, and some are even better than some of the Treyarch level maps. It rekindled my love for the game, and I can say without a doubt that Black Ops 3 Zombies have been one of my favorite, if not my most favorite game of all time. I could sit here and talk for hours about my entire life regarding Black Ops 3 Zombies, but that may be a topic for another time. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment what is your favorite game that you're passionate about. And if you have any Zombies memories, please share them as well. Thank you all for watching. This has been my retrospective, and I will see you all in the next video. I love you all so much, and bye!